So the Anker Solix C300 was introduced late last year. I bought mine on sale towards the end of December and have been using it as my main power station, battery charger, whatever, pretty much exclusively since then. Now, while this little guy packs just over 200 watt hours of capacity, he's been able to charge things like space heaters, mini fridges, heated blankets, and charge all of our devices with power to go. See, I wish this was the video I was making. Instead, this thing is actually, dare I say it, a little underwhelming. And I just want to be completely honest in this video because I paid my own money for this little guy, and I wish I'd seen a more honest review of it before I made the decision to purchase this one specifically. So a little over a month ago, my girlfriend and I were car camping and traveling all across the southern Ontario, and this was supposed to be our main source of power for the trip. We had a few small appliances like a portable mini fridge, a rice cooker, a little froth heater thing, and devices like our phones, our laptops, camping lights, that kind of stuff. Just to give you an idea of those types of devices I was using, let's start off with the pros before I start digging into this thing. Starting off right, one of the best things about it is just how lightweight this little guy is. He is so easy to pick up and carry around. We slipped him into backpacks multiple times. He can also charge in just about an hour on an AC outlet. So if we went in to eat somewhere like at a Tim Hortons in Canada, we were able to just plug in at one of the outlets like we were charging a laptop, and it would charge up in about an hour. The built-in screen that you see here makes the app that this thing works with a little bit redundant. I pretty much only used the app like a few times since I bought this thing. I used the screen 99.9% of the time to see the power level is, how much wattage it's outputting, all of that kind of stuff. It's a really great little battery monitor screen. Now, that's the short list of good things about this little guy. On to some of the cons. The biggest one is really just the small overall capacity, which means that you have to recharge this guy often. We were charging him sometimes 2 or 3 times in just a single day. The AC outlets on here can output up to 300 watts, and that's total. It's not 300 watts per outlet. It's actually 300 watts throughout the whole machine. So if you have something charging on the USB and you plug in something that's going to draw that full energy on the AC outlet, it'll cut off the USB or give you an overvoltage or a warning of some sort. While we're on the topic of charging, it does have a flap to charge via solar, but this charges in about 3 hours because it can only charge at 100 watts of solar, which kind of just makes it feel like a feature you can't really use since it'll always be faster to just plug it into a wall. Onto the build, I like how heavy and robust it feels, but I do wish that there was a connected flap over top of the cigarette lighter, and while we're on it, over top the AC outlet. There is technically a cover for the cigarette lighter, but it's super finicky and falls out all the time. And obviously we lost ours, so the real disadvantage of this guy is actually the temptation of having AC outlets. Because they're there, we wanted to use little tiny small appliances that are well under the wattage limit for this unit. However, this unit can only output that 300 watts for about 45 minutes before it dies. So most of the time when we were cooking, we would kill it completely and we'd have to recharge it to be able to cook the next meal. Hence charging it 2 or 3 times most days. So I didn't really account for how much energy loss there would be from the inverter in here, nor did I realize just how small the battery actually is. My girlfriend and I are looking at building out a Sprinter van or something along those lines, and just one 100 watt hour battery has over 4 times the capacity of this thing, and it costs about the same. If you can get a different inverter and then a different way to charge it, it would be much better to buy something and build it yourself than to buy one of these pre-made battery bank systems. One thing I would really recommend if this is one of the many videos you're looking at before making your purchasing decision is do a little bit of math, figure out exactly how many amp hours or watt hours it's going to take to charge all of your devices, and make sure you at least double, maybe even triple that, to give yourself the leeway to not have to charge it more than once a day. I wish we'd have done that. To put it in perspective, I don't think we can even charge both of our MacBooks from this thing without depleting it entirely. So in conclusion, I would highly recommend this if you are a light power user. like really light. If you don't have many devices to charge off of this, or you don't need the AC outlets, they do make a DC only version of this, and that would make better use of the battery in here, since it wouldn't have the energy loss from the inverter the way this one does. If they were listed for the same price, I would probably still get this one just to have the AC outlets in a pinch. To give you some perspective, I did find out that some of the larger battery banks that came out around this time are also able to charge in about an hour and have sometimes 3 or 4 times the capacity of this. And the reason for that is because with a larger battery and the better battery management system, it can take more of a charge in that short of a time. Whereas this one is just such a small battery, it can't overwhelm it and say fast charge it in 30 minutes or something. I plan on doing some more reviews on tech products, so if you like this review format, consider sticking around. Check out my online shop, stickyickies.us, in the description below. That's pretty much all I got for this one. Until next time.